Welcome, everybody, to Help Me Pivot, where we talk about how to turn fear into confidence that creates cash. And I'm so excited today to have a transformational coach with me. I love transformational coaches because without them, I would not be here. She's also an author, she is a speaker, and she has so much material to share. It's amazing. And she will help us today unlock our potential during these uncertain times. So thank you so much for being here, Kimberly. So I'll have you maybe introduce yourself and then we can talk about unlocking potential.
Okay, sounds good. I'm Kimberly Buchanan. I am a best-selling author. Most people know me from the Unlock Your Potential platform that I have online, and I'm super excited to be here with you today.
Thank you. So your topic, right, the topic Unlock Your Potential seems to be so perfect during this time because these are times of uncertainty. And obviously, the name of our series here is Help Me Pivot, right? So how do we shift? And I think this is a perfect time to really tap into unlocking our potential. So what do you suggest? What should our first step be, especially right now where we might feel a little uneasy? So how do we get there?
I think right now, most people are feeling uneasy with everything that's going on in the world right now. So what I always tell people is to go back to what I call your happy place. You know, I think everyone needs to try to go back and reach into what their happy place is. Where are you? What is it that you enjoy doing? You know, a lot of people right now are going back to arts and crafts. You know, they're painting, they're doing something, just doing things that make you happy. And if you reach back in, I think the world is so busy right now. Well, it was so busy. Right now we're on a pause, but the world was so busy that people had gotten away from the things that make them happy. You know, so if you go back to the things that make you happy and start exercising your brain in that way, I think you'll find that you can glean from that. You know, you can figure out, you know, what is it about this that I enjoy? Is it the strategic part of it? Is it the creative part of it? You know, what puts me in my zone? You know, so go back to your happy place. And now, right now, during the time that we're in right now, everyone needs to be trying to reach back and go back to their happy place if they can.
So should I make a list of things that make me happy?
Yeah. Make a list of those things that you absolutely enjoy doing. And a lot of people are like, well, what is it that I enjoy? You know, I've forgotten. And I tell them to go back to your childhood. You know, what are those things that you enjoyed as a kid? And you will absolutely, if you go back to that, I promise you that you'll find some connection to some of the things that you enjoy doing presently.
And what would be the next step? I hear a lot of people tell me, find a problem to solve, right? So how do I connect that? Making that list of my happy place and solving a problem. How would you suggest I connect those?
Most people are already solving problems and don't know that they are. Most of us are already known for solving some type of problem. And I always tell them to go to, what is it that your coworkers come to you for? Mostly. What is it that they know that they can come to you and have a question answered about? What is it that your family and your friends know that they can call you if they have a problem with something? Those are things that you're already helping people. You're already doing it. But the thing is to ask yourself, do I enjoy those things?
Yes.
That's the big question. You know, everyone has a unique gift. Everyone was born with some type of unique gift, and you may not see it, but other people definitely see it in you and they turn to you for that.
I absolutely love that because I have girlfriends call me all the time. I mean, literally, I could be a love coach, a business coach.
Yes. Yeah. I always tell people that I've had a home office since I was 6 years old. You know, I turned my grandmother's front porch. She had an enclosed, screened-in porch, and I turned that porch into my home office at 6 years old. And I would beg my mother to bring me office supplies home. And right now, if I go in Office Max, I'm like a kid in a candy store. You know, and I had a staff, and right now I work in my home office, and that is the place that I enjoy most. I can work in there and be creative in there all day. But I've always been that way.
It sounds like you realized your vision, right?
Yeah.
So you had a vision and you're there right now,
Yes,
enjoying your home office.
exactly.
So that is beautiful. So find something that makes you happy. And I love the fact that you're saying you are already solving problems because what are people calling you about? What are people asking you? That is beautiful advice. Now, let's take a moment and talk about money, because so many people right now are stressed out about money, right? Because the economy is slowing down, there's unemployment. So you have this beautiful ebook, right? And I saw 21 Day to Manifest Money.
Yeah.
So how now do we tie this all together? So we're in our happy place. We're finding a problem to solve. Now, how do you think we can manifest money during uncertain times?
Yeah, I think it's not just about finding a problem to solve. Mm-hmm. It's narrowing down specifically to a specific problem. And that is where I tell people that you have to go out and ask people. And it costs you no money to do that. Mm. You know, if you can solve someone's problem, if you have a problem that you can solve, someone will pay you to solve it for them. Trust me, there is someone out there that will pay you for the knowledge and the skill sets that you have. So the money will come. I don't want people to start worrying about them. And I think that's where people make the mistake at. They start worrying about the money ahead of deciding specifically what problem are they going to solve for people. And the best way to do that is to go out and research, to get in their world. And there's Facebook groups are free. Surveys are free. You know, you need to ask people that have a need for the topic that you have. You know, where are their pain points exactly? You need to pinpoint exactly what those pain points are, and those are the problems that you need to solve.
So are you saying I shouldn't even worry about the financial aspect at this time?
Not yet. No, not yet. You need to be worrying about pinpointing what the problems are first. You need to be doing your research first, because if you try to solve a problem that's very broad, then I don't think the money is going to come. You need to niche down into what the problem is that you're going to solve. And then people will pay you for that. You can't be all things to all people. You need to be what you're going to be to a specific group of people.
I love that. Speak a little bit more into the niche, because I have a coach tell me once, she said, niche is rich and broad is broke, which means I don't want to be, I don't want to be too broad in my approach, right? I want to solve a specific problem, right? So
for a specific demographic of people. And for example, the problem that I saw is for women, but it's not for all women. It's mostly for women who are experts at something, they have a unique skill set, they're experts at something, they do what they do and they do it well. However, they want to take that skill set and create multiple income streams as a result of showing other people how to do it, if that makes sense.
Yes, I love that.
And most of these people, most of my clients still work a full-time job, but they're excellent at what they do. So they want to be speakers. They want to start a podcast. They want to blog about it. They want to write a book about it. They're excellent and very skilled at what they do, and they want to showcase those expertise and teach other people as a result of that. They're not necessarily entrepreneurs yet, but they're interested in creating other income streams based on the skill set that they have. So it's not just any woman out there doing this.
So these are powerful women that you're helping, and they might have jobs, and they might just be interested in developing a side hustle that can turn into a business, right?
Yes, exactly. And some people, some women are not interested in that. And so what I had to do is to find those women and say, what's holding you back? What are you most, why haven't you done this yet? And
I love that.
Me that information, and that is what I help them with.
So basically you help women in unlocking their potential, but these are women that have the desire to level up.
Exactly. And not all women have that desire.
So you have a very specific niche then. Exactly. So these are the women. That is beautiful. So you are helping women in creating their businesses, which is very helpful right now, right? Because a lot of women might have gotten laid off or are on furlough or unemployed. So having that opportunity, right, that you are providing is very, very helpful. So what opportunities, give us a few examples. What opportunities do you see right now for women out there that might be unemployed?
Oh, wow. I'm not trying to be cliche, but there are so many women who have potential that they have not unlocked yet. And they're afraid to unlock it. They think they need a glamorous website. They think they need a bunch of followers on Instagram, and they don't need any of I
agree.
And so they're holding back their potential, waiting for all the stars to align, and that may never happen. So I encourage them to start where they are with only what they have. That is 99.9% of the time, they already have everything they need to get going. And so that's where I help them to overcome all of those myths that they have in their own heads, because they're just myths in their own heads. None of that stuff is true. You don't need any of that.
I so love that, because that's exactly what I did once. I thought, I need to have a photo shoot first before I start my Facebook group. No, I decided I'm just going to grab a picture out of my phone, which I did, and I started it, and it took me 5 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, that, and that's what I find that's the case with most women. They think they need a lot of things that they don't really need, and they hesitate. And so that potential that they have remains locked. And what happens a lot of times is we get into times that we have right now, and their back is against the wall.
So how do I unlock fear? How do I get out of fear as a woman?
I think the first thing to do is to silence your inner critic. You have to recognize that it's there, and you have to make a conscious effort to silence your inner critic. That's the first thing. And the second thing is comparison will stifle you.
Yes.
You cannot compare your journey to someone else's journey that you see online most of the time or in some magazines somewhere, you know. And I think
Yes.
as women, especially as women, we have to be very conscious when we start doing those types of things. So
Yes.
silence your inner critic and really, really get control of that comparison, what I call the comparison monster.
So yeah, that is as women, it's not easy for us not to turn that comparison monster on and off.
Yes, it is. It's a very hard thing to do. But I think if we're conscious of it, it becomes easier.
Okay, so tell your inner critic to be quiet.
Yes.
Stop comparing yourself. And what else? What else do I do?
And the next thing to do is someone said to me, what gets written gets done.
Oh.
So the next thing you need to do is create goals for yourself, measurable goals, and write those goals down. But as women, again, we start looking at the end result. We need to look at small milestones that are achievable over a period of time. Okay, so not when you create goals, create the goal, that's fine. But what are some of the milestones that you can achieve, smaller milestones that you can achieve to get to that bigger end result? Don't
Okay.
think, because when we start thinking too far down the road, we get scared. And when we get scared, we stop.
Yes. So break it down in small steps, right?
Yes.
So that should be
Very small steps that are achievable for you.
And then I also think it's important to celebrate those steps as
Oh,
we
yes.
achieve them, right?
Oh, yes. It's definitely important to what I always say is create a dream team.
I love it.
Yeah, create that dream team of people that will celebrate even those small milestones with you.
So it sounds like you're also speaking into tribe, right? So
Yeah.
get support,
Yes,
right?
definitely get support. Yes.
So don't be on your journey by yourself. Find like-minded people that love you, support you.
Yeah,
So,
and that may require you to step outside of your comfort zone a little bit.
yes.
And that's totally okay. The more you are around like-minded people, in my opinion, that motivates you. That helps you strive for more.
So let me ask you, you're a transformational coach. And as I mentioned earlier, I love transformational coaches. And the ones that I enjoyed, they would just love throwing me out of my comfort zone and
Yes.
stretch me. So do you do that with your clients also? Do you get them a little bit out of their comfort zone?
Yeah, I try to make sure that they get out of their comfort zone, but I prepare them to step outside of their comfort zone. And I think when you prepare yourself to step out, then you are more comfortable when you do it. A lot of times people, I'm just going to take networking, for example.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times people go to the networking event and they stand back in the corner because they don't want people to ask them about themselves. They don't know how to talk about themselves. And I think what I do is train people how to speak about themselves so that they are prepared when they are put in less than comfortable situations.
And that's what this series is also about. It's about confidence.
Yes.
So by helping women talk about themselves, you are giving them the confidence to do so.
Exactly.
And that confidence in turn will help them create the life of their dreams, help them create the business that they are worthy of, right? Or something that they would love to do, right?
And when you, and I say that because when you project confidence, people trust you. Clients trust you if you project confidence.
So you're bringing up another important word, and that's trust, right?
Right.
So obviously, once we are through that fear and we do have that confidence, we will be creating more trust around us also.
Exactly.
So overall, that will make for a more successful or a joyful life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So let me ask you a question that I ask all of my experts, my speakers.
Okay.
So looking at the slightly older Kimberly, no, but
Okay.
what message would you have, or let's just say, what message would the 100-year-old have for the current Kimberly? For the present, for your present self?
I think the 100-year-old Kimberly is going to be very proud of the legacy that the present Kimberly is striving to leave behind. And it's all about sharing what I know to help other people and recognizing that although there is room to grow, you always have something that you can give back to the generation that's coming up. So I think the 100-year-old Kimberly is going to be very proud of the legacy that the current Kimberly is striving to leave behind.
So she'll say, awesome legacy that you're creating. Keep on going, Kimberly.
Yes.
And you are. You have created so much wonderful material, which brings me to the question, how can people find you and how can they tap into all those beautiful nuggets that are gold, right? Yeah. That help you unlock that potential. How can everybody find you?
Oh, I have a fly that just will not leave. I think the best way to find me is to go to KimberlyBuchanan.com and take advantage of the free offers that are right there on that homepage. The first one is an assessment where you get the results immediately that tells you all the next steps that you should take if you are interested in really unlocking your true potential. And if you can follow me on all of my social platforms from that website at KimberlyBuchanan.com, you will have complete access to everything that I have going on right now.
And you have a lot to choose from. I mean, I saw unlock your potential, unlock your superpower.
Yes.
How to manifest money in 21 days. I mean, I love the superpower aspect too. So I think it's beautiful that you're helping people during these uncertain times also unlock their superpower.
Thank you so much.
And that superpower will help them pivot.
Yes, it definitely will, for sure.
So Kimberly, I will definitely follow you. And I'm very, very interested in unlocking that superpower. So thank you so much for being on this show. I really enjoyed our conversation. And I hope our paths will cross again soon.
Sounds good. This has been wonderful. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.